Discover them together. Alright, effect that kind of added the tooltip values. Okay, AoE stuff. Okay, they nerfed the mines. Starting from second death, Roshan will now always drop Roshan's banner, so it's not just daytime anymore. From this third death, Roshan now drops Refresher Shard and Cheese during daytime. Or Aghanim's Blessing during night. I mean, the daytime Rosh is just better for fights. I mean, at that stage in the game, third Rosh, let's say, like, very generously, you could kill him a third time at, like, 35 minutes, right? Or 30 minutes, whatever. I think you'd rather always kill the day Rosh. Unless someone on your team has, like, a ridiculous ag. So daytime Rosh is kind of just better. I don't know what the teleport classification even matters. I don't know. Holy shit, okay. Breakability rules of fastest innates and abilities have been updated. Breakable yes has been added to all abilities that are partially or fully disabled by break. All abilities that are partially disabled by break have an alt tooltip line detailing break interactions. Alright. A real chatting moment. I mean, this is all stuff that we kind of already know. Like, stuff that actually is already breakable. Or should be breakable. Yeah. Okay, that's just a list of stuff that it is. That's fine. Following are now partially disabled by break. What's it even mean? Phantasmagoria, break disables a passive damage reduction aura. Okay. Immolation. Immolation is not disabled for fire remnants when upgraded with Ag Shard. Dark Blade Form. Break disables the gaining of new stacks. Break does not disable the passive bonuses from existing stacks. Lifestealer Feast, including the ability to deny creeps to 75%. Break disables the gaining of new stacks. Break does not disable the passive bonuses from existing stacks. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Because that's technically a buff. Break disables the gaining of new stacks. Break does not disable... Well, yeah, okay. A lot of this shit is literally just the same. It's just like clarification because they added new types of abilities. The Learn tab? Okay, so this is just literally... Hold on. Ability blocking and reflection. Abilities that are applied with attacks can no longer be blocked or reflected. Following abilities have had their behavior changed. Okay, Hammer of Purity. Okay, that's pretty cool. Like Mirror Shield and stuff doesn't work on Hammer of Purity, and I'm pretty sure Lincoln's used to work against Kick, but maybe it doesn't anymore. Fire Blast when applied by attacking with a 25 talent. Okay. Abilities that can be unit or point targeted but do not track their target. And unit or target can no longer be blocked or reflected. Following abilities have had their behavior changed. Okay, so... they buff Sand King. Like, Lion getting buffed makes sense, but I'm assuming they probably nerf Sand King in this patch too, so we'll reserve our judgment until later. Abilities that track the target when the unit can be... Wait. Abilities that track their target when unit targeted can be blocked or reflected. The following abilities have had their behavior changed. Ion Shell. Okay. Abilities that can be targeted and displaces the caster are now blocked on ability cast instead of after displacement. Oh. Okay. So that means that Huskar won't end up on top of your head anymore, even if you have Lincolns. He'll just get stopped at the start of the jump. Same with Rebound and Meepo stuff. Yeah, Stormhammer, Toss. I mean, that's a pretty significant nerf to Tiny as well. If you're like trying to throw your allies in. Like if you have some guy who wants to go in, he doesn't have Dagger, you want to toss him in, it won't work against Lincolns. I mean, I don't know, they're like... These are pretty niche situations that we're talking about here. maybe it's not that big of a deal. The snowball one is actually huge. Like, that's a giga nerf to Tusk. Because, like, first, you would never buy Linken's against Tusk in the past, but now, not only does it block kick, but it blocks snowball, and you don't even... Like, if you target somebody with Linken's... Actually, let's double check to make sure. I don't want to just spout nonsense, but I think based on the wording, you're not even gonna snowball at all. You're literally just gonna fucking eat shit.
They call me the terror from the barrier. They call me the snowball from Cobalt. But you may call
What the hell? Why'd I spawn over there?
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, it doesn't even start. That's what I thought. So that's pretty big nerf. Yeah, but it's still way harder because now, if you're gonna do the Tusk stuff and you were gonna do the kicking shit before, all you had to do was blink in, kick the guy, and snowball him after you kicked, and you would just be safe every time. Now you're literally never safe. It's like a huge Tusk nerf if you have that item. Now again, it's a Linken's, so like how often are you gonna run into Linken's? I don't know. But there are more situations where you can buy it and it actually makes sense. At least against those heroes. Abilities of fire a projectile at a primary target and affect an area around them will now only trigger spell block and reflection on the primary target. Okay. So goo, noxious plague. Isn't that literally how it worked before? For unstable concoction, I'm pretty sure that's how it worked before. Like, it wouldn't trigger Linken's if the guy next to you got stunned, right? You would get stunned. Abilities to fire individual tracking projectiles at targets to apply the same effect to all units. It now trigger spell block and reflection independently. Okay. I mean, this makes sense. The projectile changes and stuff. Like Brain Sap and Lion Eggs, Finger, all that shit. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, this is probably how it should have worked, but who knows if it was possible to do it like that before. Alright. Unit target abilities that bounce between multiple targets will not only trigger spell block and reflection on the primary target. Okay, so... Yeah, you can't get your Linken's randomly broken by a Q anymore from Zeus, which is kind of nice. Same with Acorn Shot and Shadow Wave. Okay, I get the gist of it. Alright, let's move on. 650 effect radius on Roche Batter. Holy shit, they took off damage from bracers. No way. No one ever would have expected that. 50 to 100 HP. So wait, how much total is that then? It's 150 health for a bracer now. Back to a support item, I guess. This is okay, so like I like and hate this change at the same time. Taking off the damage directly nerfs universal heroes, which I think bracers were a huge abuse point for them, because buying 2 bracers or a bracer and a null on any of the universals just kind of makes you a laning god, and that's really fucking annoying, right? I think everyone can agree with that. This introduces a different problem, where now you're gonna have, like, maybe I'm speaking too soon here because I haven't read the rest of the patch, but when I see stuff like this, I don't like health bloat either, right? I don't like the fact that a support can buy 2 bracers, and it's essentially the same cost as buying a vitality booster, except now it gives way more health, right? Okay, way more is a stretch. It's 50 more HP. But every bit matters, and health bloat has already been in the game for a very long time, and a lot of heroes are already basically useless because of health bloat. So anything that gives people more HP, I'm kind of not down for. I think this item... honestly, like, fundamentally, is just OP. It's very hard to fix, in my opinion. I don't know if this is going to do it, but we'll see. Alright, so the passive Lifesteal on Bloodstone got nerfed, but the active got buffed. Soul Rend bonus damage on silence targets from non-heroes attacks decreased from 50 to 25. I mean, that's just like a Visage nerf, right? And Brood. I mean, I think it's more Visage and Brood than PL, but it does also nerf PL. Guard cooldown increased on Crimson from 35 to 40. Wow, they actually nerfed Crimson. That's crazy. Alright, slight Dagon buff. Eternal Shroud thing, no one cares. Blast Spectral speed increase until 75 to 1400. Kind of a nice buff, actually. This thing is very slow. Alright, lots of very minor item changes that don't really matter. Like, when I see this stuff, all I expect is, like, the win rate of the items will go down by, like, 1 or 2% when I see those types of changes. Like, that's literally the intent, is that they... In my experience, Valve does a lot of balancing around just strictly win rates of items and heroes. And when something is, like, too high, they'll try to do stuff like this to get the sample size of games to reflect a nerf, even if it's not really a nerf or a buff. It's kind of like the same item. So that's kind of how I classify all those things, which is why I'm not going over it in great detail. More health bloat, Sag. Recipe cost decreased. Okay, Solar Crest is like, I don't know, it's buyable. It's just not, it's still a shell of its former self. Very hard to say anything else. All right. Fade no longer requires the target to remain still. Fade no longer refreshes its cooldown if cast on self. Fade now slows the target by 35% while invisible, can now be dispelled. Wait, so now you can, wait, what? So now you can move around invis? Hold on. Ardora, what's up, man? Thank you to 39.
The dusk is always ready for him. You betcha.
Holy shit, it's just a fucking cheaper Glimmer.
Prepare for battle.
I mean, you are pretty slow when you do it, though. The cooldown's quite long. So you can't permanently invis anymore. Like, just walk around and, like, reapply and walk around and reapply, but you can juke people. Not sure how, actually. You pretty much don't move at all. It's a very, very small distance. What is that, like 200 units? 300 units? It's kind of a nerf. Which is fine. Like, Glimmer is already OP, so I'm good with it. Alright. Recipe change. Now requires earn Vitality Booster and 900 gold. Total cost unchanged. Now it's just a bunch of HP. Soul Release cooldown increased from 7 to 10 seconds. Soul Release damage per second decreased. Health gain reduction increased. So it's more of a... Again, they're just doing this because Universal Heroes exist. Universal Heroes are in the game, so they have to remove all stats off of every single utility item. Otherwise, they just all buy them, and it's just OP because they're just timing oriented. Like, okay, so between, like, Bracers and this item, if there's a hero that buys Bracers and buys Spirit Vessel, let's see, so minus 120, that's like, what, 255? So you're going to have 300 more HP with those items in your inventory than you would have before. That's 1100 gold value of health bloat just from these two items alone. Well, this and 2 Bracers, but yeah. I don't know of that many heroes that actually buy 2 Bracers in a vessel, so maybe this won't be too huge of a problem. They're just making supports even tankier. That's literally all this is. So this is like 40 HP before. Now it's 125. So even Earn gives you an additional 80 HP. This gives you an additional 250 HP. Bracers now give 50/100 HP. Phoenix. Yeah, but it's good and bad for Phoenix. It's good in games where you would get bursted because you're just going to have 300 raw more health. But it's bad for your laning phase because you lose the damage from the all stats. So your laning phase is going to be slightly worse. And your mid game, you're just going to be thick as fuck. It's going to be really hard to kill you. Now, Ringmaster's not out. Alright, let's see. Dig cooldown no longer ticks down if the shovel is not in the neutral slot. Always dig up a water rune when used in the river. Okay. Fairy trinket item cycled out. Fuck. I can just see supports walking mid to dig up water runes for their fucking mid players. God damn it, dude. I don't want to do that shit. Alright. 5 to all attributes. Use plant tree. Happy little tree cooldown. Okay, yeah, we know about that one already. Pick out movement speed bonus. Wait, this thing's fucking crazy. 15%? This item was already pretty good. Oh shit. Iron Talon. Returning as a T2 neutral item provides 20 attack speed and 4 armor, active chop. 80% of its current HP. Okay, so it's buffed Iron Talon. Now, here is my question. Because the neutral item system was redesigned a while ago so that some heroes simply would just not get this item as an option. The tree cooldown is 4 seconds, but the creep cooldown is 20. Read the goddamn item. So my question is, what is it gonna be like if you're playing a character that doesn't get this item in a game where you're behind, right? So like, philosophically speaking, if you're playing a game and you're getting shit on bad, and you're playing like 1, you need this item oftentimes, right? If you like can't fight and you don't get this, it's gonna feel fucking horrible, right? I honestly, one is probably still going to be a very underpowered role, and in fact, it's probably going to be even worse because health bloat is like crushing our ability to actually kill heroes, supports especially. But we'll see. Maybe they buffed a lot of the 1 role. That's some cope, but you know, maybe they did. Alright, Philo Stone, 750 charges, and depletes a charge every time it grants gold to the owner. When all charges are depleted, the item is destroyed, and the owner receives an additional 375 gold. So what? You just have it in your inventory for like 12.5 minutes? So you get, in total, you get 1125 gold if you have it in your inventory for... I mean, that's still more GPM. It's just the item eventually goes away. It is technically a support nerf, but since T2 neutrals start dropping at 17 or 15 or whatever the fuck it is, you're still just as strong, actually stronger in that time interval. You don't feel bad replacing it anymore? I assume this was actually meant to be a support nerf, because 60 GPM for the entire fucking game, especially when you're dead, is OP, right? Alright, moving on. Alright, People's Gift buff for universals, sure. Okay, Vambrace is a T3 item. It's really bad as a T3. These stats are not good enough. Very unimpressive. No one's gonna take this shit. Alright, Ogre Seal Totem. Flop damage increased to 250. Martyrs Plate cycled out. Is it a 75 GPM? It might be 75, yeah. My brain math might be slightly off. I don't know why they moved this to T3. Maybe it's because they didn't like People's Gift and Vambrace sharing the same tier. And maybe Ogre Seal was a bit strong for a 3. I mean, that part I agree with, but like this item is just not good. Like, think about what you're asking. You're waiting 10 extra minutes to get 2 extra stats. That's 1 stat every 5 fucking minutes. That is horrible. Like, compare this to some of the other fucking items in the T3 slots, right? Like, this thing is fucking insane, right? Defiant Shell, better. This thing is like, meh. This for a lot of heroes, better. This for a lot of heroes, better. Better, better, better. I mean, this one is maybe arguable depending on what kind of game you're in for like a tanky hero, but this is probably still better. I mean, these other ones are situational and probably not... you wouldn't be taking this item on those, but like you're comparing it to that pool, right? You got Defiant Shell, you got Craggy Coat, Nemesis Curse, Elven Tunic, Vindicators, and Cloak of Flames. I think these things still pretty much all outclass Vambrace. There might be like 1 or 2 exceptions, but I don't know. I have a hard time. You'd have to get really fucked on your choices to take a Vambrace, is what I'm saying. Alright. Harpy Stormcraft no longer always cast Chain Lightning if attacked by the lane creeps when pulled. Okay, so the Harpy Camp won't instantly grief your wave anymore. Although, honestly, in a lot of cases, that's a good thing in the early game that the Harpy Stormcrafter kills your creeps, because that's kind of the idea anyway when you pull. You want the wave to die. Alright, Izur. This is the only change that actually, like, matters. Everything else is whatever. Font of Avernus, ability removed. New innate ability, passive, cannot be leveled up. Withering Mist. Damaging enemies applies the Withering Mist debuff for 5 seconds. Affected enemies have their HP regeneration, healing, spell lifesteal, and lifesteal reduced by 35% if they are below 40% HP. Huh? I guess it's from damaging enemies. So it's actually not that bad because that means you could. It's not based off of you attacking them. Like you could shield or coil them and they'll still get the debuff. So it's actually like situationally this seems okay. It seems alright. He's actually like an anti-heal now, which is kind of cool. Holy shit, anti-mage buff, 0.25 HP regen! Persecutor, new innate ability, attacks slow enemies based on how much mana they are missing. 12, 15, 17, 20% min slow at 50% mana. Up to a maximum of 40% slow at 0 mana. Slow duration 0.75. So they basically just gave Anti-Mage his old mana break stuff back. Mana break is no longer an innate. Mana burn per hit rescaled. Wow, the first point of mana break is wild. 25 versus 16. And the base max mana burn is 1.6. Okay, that's more than double the mana burn at level 1. Right? Because you're getting 9 flat increase from the mana break. And you also get the slow, which is like used to be the fastest for 1 point. Yeah, but you're always taking mana break level 1 now, right? What I'm saying is you're back to the old AM, where you always take mana break at level 1 and you hit the fucking offlaner if you can, if he's a melee hero, right? And in a lot of those games, this is gonna make his laning phase way fucking better than it was, which is good, right? If you like anti-mage. And even the 2-pointer is still better, right? Because the old 1-point value was 23. Now the new 1-point value is it's like slightly better, but you also get the slow. Because the old AM facets in lane were terrible. Right? Like you didn't you could get blink at level 1, but why would you? Like you're not gonna blink into them as an anti-mage at level 1 and start hitting them. You're not gonna get spell shield either. You're still only skilling that one ability. And now you actually have an innate that does something in the lane. Alright, Aghanim Scepter upgrade reworked. Reduces blink cooldown by 1 second. After casting blink, your next mana break within 5 seconds is empowered, burning an additional 20% max mana and preventing the target from regenerating or gaining mana for 6 fucking seconds. That is strong. That is very strong. What the fuck? That's actually so strong. Okay. Offlane AM, boys, log in. Alright, 15 talent replaced, 10% Persecutor max movement slow. Okay. Minus 1 second blink cooldown replaced with 0.7 seconds mana void stun. Yeah, the thing is, it's 20% max mana. So if you're at like 30% mana and the AM blinks in and hits you once, you're not casting a spell. Because it's additional 20% in addition, so it's 24% plus 40. So you lose a quarter of your mana in one hit, which is obviously fairly significant. I had an offline AM earlier, did whatever. Yeah, but that offline AM wasn't me. It's time to grease some games, guys. Alright, Arc Warden. Alright, these are all very small numerical changes. I mean, actually, Disorder Flux Slow, 4% seems significant, because that's actually 8, because you're stacking it twice, right? I'm assuming they stack twice. I don't actually know if Arc Warden Flux stacks, but it has to, right? Because why would you have... Yeah, it definitely does. Okay. So it's either 8% more slow. Oh, they decrease this one. Okay, so this is 8% more slow or 8% less slow. Okay. Yeah, you can't get Arcane booted or anything. You're just fucking him. And it actually obliterates Lesh. Right? It just fucks him bad. Alright, facets. Bonus attack speed per unit rescaled. Beast mode, active bonus rescaled. Okay, so they basically just made it better at level 1 and 2. Alright, Rugged. New innate ability cannot be leveled up. Beastmaster's melee hero damage block chance is increased from 50 to 100% versus not. Hate that. Fucking hate it. Alright. Enter Beast is no longer an innate. Bonus attack speed rescaled. Drums of Slum. Shortest drum interval increased from 0.4 to 0.5. Damage strike. First strike decreased by 5. No longer increases stacks when attacking buildings. Okay, that's a good change. So basically, Beastmaster is immune to creeps.
My beast and I hunt our
Well, the damage block is like...
beast and
Hold on.
I hunt our prey. This way. Prepare for battle! Into war's teeth. A short migration.
Yeah, you just literally don't take damage from creeps. But the damage block doesn't really scale. It's a weird one. Finally found your hero. Yeah, now you can tank creeps all you want, man. Tank those creeps, go nuts. Okay. We'll see what people do with that. What it means is you can actually creep cut on Beastmaster with basically 0 risk unless both heroes are running at you. You can like block waves if you want. Jungle level 1, people are not going to jungle. It's way better for the lane. It's way, way, way better for the lane. You have to remember neutral creeps hit harder than lane creeps. Alright, Sanguivore now provides full heal values when denying. 15 spell amp at fucking 10. That's actually so much. I'm not even kidding. You're gonna see like Dagon Bloodseekers actually pop off. 15 spell amp at level 10 is a shit ton. Like actually. Like you guys remember when Ember Spirit had a 15% spell amp talent at level 10 and how much that hero fucked? You'd see something like that. Alright, Big Game Hunter, Streak extra gold increased from 10 to 20%. Base Int decreased by 2. Again, Scepter cast range on Shuriken Toss down by 100. Okay. Belligerent. New innate ability passive can't be leveled up. Whenever Brewmaster respawns or comes out of Primal Split, he gains 20% attack damage bonus duration. Or attack damage bonus duration when respawning 30 seconds. Duration when coming out of Primal Split 15 seconds. Why though? See, the thing is, I don't remember what his old fucking innate even did because I don't play Brew. Alright, Thunderclap cooldown nerfed. Radius decreased. Drunken Brawler is no longer an innate. Okay, so Drunken Brawler was the innate before, which means you had Brawler and Q at level 1, or Brawler and Cinderbrew, I guess, at level 1. Okay. I mean, this overall seems like a Brew nerf to me, which I think is a good thing, because Brew is probably a bit strong. Alright. Bristleback base damage increased by 6. Warpath can be activated to grant Bristleback 50% bonus attack damage and 50% bonus movement speed per stack, but limits his vision to a 90-degree cone in front of him. Duration 4, 5, 6 seconds. Mana cost 75. Cooldown 45 seconds. I mean, that's pretty funny. New innate ability. Prickly. Passive cannot be leveled up. Hero has 10% damage and debuff duration amplification against enemies that are behind him. So you just really, 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 really don't want to hit him in the back now. That's funny. Aghanim's Scepter Cool Spray count decreased from 6 to 5. Okay. Warpath is no longer an innate ability. Damage per stack. Okay, so it's just the old Warpath, but now you can. I have to see how this works because it's really weird sounding.
Time for a little bashing. Bristle back here.
Oh, you can't do it until 6.
Prepare for battle.
Oh shit! It
I'm not ready.
doesn't last very long.
Indeed.
Okay. Full 10% multiplier to the final damage if you are behind them. That's what it says. So 10% damage and debuff duration amplification against enemy heroes that are behind him. Oh, there is a demo here. Oops. Yeah, you're right. Warpath is basically the same, except you don't have the additional rank now because it's no longer an innate, so that's whatever. Spin web debuff now only applies to brood mothers in the same network of webs as the target. Good, fuck brood players. Alright, brood didn't get touched. The Bloodthorn change might be enough to make that hero like more bearable, but we'll see. Instead of 33% chance to do nothing, now it's a 33% chance to silence. Trying to get people to take the other facets, huh? That's cute. Alright, no one cares. Now also increases mana regeneration amplification from 50% to 75. Okay. Intelligence now cannot be lower than the average of strength and... Oh, the average. Okay, that's a nerf. And bracers got worse in the laning phase, so... Yeah, that's a pretty big nerf. Actually, whatever his stack gain's like. Okay, so the average 4.4 would be 2.2, right? Okay. It's a fairly significant nerf. Especially since you guys also have to remember this is Universal Hero, so any Universal Hero in this patch, their laning phase got heavily nerfed by Bracer change. Not the Bloom barrier from 10 to 12. Split damage increased. Okay. Now also gains spirits from Death Prophet's own death and while she is dead. Wait, what? How does it even work? Wraith bands are going to be way worse than what bracers were, man. Morning Ritual new facet, passive effect. Death Prophet delays 50% of incoming damage, taking the damage in 1 second intervals for 5 seconds. Scales with Exorcism. That's going to be fucking annoying. It means she's a lot harder to burst. Especially if you don't have anti-heal. Crypt Swarm cast range increased from, wow, 90 extra cast range. Cast range is now equal to its wave range. Yeah, okay, the animation was always bigger than the actual damage box. Holy shit, the field got buffed! Log in, boys. Kinetic Fence. Glimpse now deals 35% of the distance traveled as damage. Max damage remains. Okay. 45% distance plus 280 range. Max, okay. Does that end up being a buff or a nerf? I guess point blank glimpses are worse. Don't read the Doom change. Hold on. New facet. Every 6.66 minutes duration is increased by 0.66. Doubled and turbo. Okay. Why do they keep nerfing corrosive, man? Fuck. Okay, sidestep buff. Ooh, that's actually that's a lot of damage. 4 extra damage. 4, 3. Yeah. Holy shit. Drow might actually be able to lane now, since all the universal heroes lost like 15 fucking damage off their heroes. Holy moly. Wait, 20% lifesteal replaced with 75 attack range? That's kind of shit. Let's see. If this is like 100 or 120 or something, kind of hype. Alright, new facet. Ready to roll. Rolling over an allied hero grants the allied hero 30% movement speed for 4 seconds. Her spirit travels further and faster and stuns enemies for longer. Speed 1900, distance multiplier 2.5, bonus stun duration. Aight. That's kind of cool. Kind of hard to use, but it's cool. Knockback effect is now applied on any kill made by an Earthshaker's ability, not just Enchant Totem. Oh, fuck. Wait, that means... Wait, hold on. That means if you fissure a wave, it's like... And the whole wave dies? Everything yeets forward, right?
Quiver and quake. Prepare for battle, Fisher.
Wait, huh?
Yes.
Aren't they supposed to move when I fissure them? Enemies killed with Enchant Totem or Earthshaker's other abilities are sent flying. Oh, I actually need Enchant even though it works with all abilities? That's fucked up. Okay. How much damage does it do? Kill knockback damage. Holy shit, dude. This hero's gonna hit so fucking hard. So 7% of max health is damage and an additional 450 for heroes.
Onward.
That's gonna hit hard as fuck.
The earth moves on the echo slam.
That's so funny. This hero is gonna be good. Alright, let's see. Spirit Karen, when Earthshaker dies, a 75 radius fissure is created where he died. This fissure blocks movement, provides vision, and allows Earthshaker to gain experience around it. I have to go back into the demo. I need to know what a 75 fucking radius fissure is. I need to know how it works.
Quake. Into war's teeth. Onward. Prepare for battle.
First blood. Thanks and have fun.
Oh, it's just like a little statue.
One by one.
Okay.
Lies as one.
I didn't miss the demo button again. I hit it here. Fuck off. Alright. Oh, wait. I think I missed stuff. Aftershock is no longer an innate. Okay, so it's back to just what it was before. Alright. Tip of scales, new innate. Allied creeps and buildings affected by Glyph of Fortification or Roshan's Banner deal 100% bonus damage. I'm gonna get coffee, bro. I need coffee. Alright, chat. Why is Ice Frog doing this to us? Why is he doing it to us? Why does he want the game to go longer? Alright. Alright. Double impact. Second attack damage penalty increase from 40 to 50. New innate ability, Immolation. Member deals up to 40 damage per second in a 175 AoE round at all times. Can be upgraded with Aghanim Shard. Increases the damage by 10. Radius by 175 and grants 5 remnants. That's actually really good. So a 350 AoE, which is basically Axe Call range of 50 DPS. That's strong. That is just fucking strong, guys. Alright. String Chain's mana cost went up. Flame Guard no longer had an innate ability nor has a passive component. Okay. Oh, they also buffed. Wait. Okay, so the first 2 levels of Flame. Oh, it's the innate thing. Okay. Right, okay. So to compensate for the immolation change, the first/second level are worse because of the innate stuff. Right. Okay, so it's basically the same other than that, but they had to change the Flame Guard numbers because of how immolation works. Forest freebie ability removed. Rabble Rouser. All neutral creeps deal more damage to enemy heroes. Damage increased by 10% plus 3% of enchant. So, as someone who predominantly wants to play carry, fuck this change so fucking hard. Like, it's not bad enough that all the heroes I want to play suck ass and I can't lane because of 5 griefs like 80% of all my games. But now when I go to the one place on the map that was designed for me to be able to recover my game, it's going to be worse when this bitch is in the game. I'm banning Ench every game. I'm actually putting it on here now while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Alright, Enigma. Movement slow rescaled. Okay. That scales a black hole. Right, okay. Yeah, that shit was kind of OP. You couldn't run away from Enigma. That's why everyone was buying drums. They'd go like drums and just run you down with the babies. Masses Chronosphere renamed from Temporal Impunity to Chronosphere. No longer prevents the target. Wait, prevents damage for a short time after time walking. Times on AoE 25, increase to 200. Holy shit, we're farming on Grim. The fuck, they're buffing Call Down? And I guess it's not a significant buff, but please tell me to nerf this fucking hero. What? Why are they buffing this hero? So she literally has even more range in lane. Awesome. Even more range. Let's go. We take that one, you don't get the welfare tree bounce. Yeah, but everyone's gonna take this one because cast range is king, you know? Your Acorn got nerfed? Bro, this is like barely a nerf. You realize this shit, like, this only matters for the first like 4 minutes of the game. Alright, maybe like first 6 minutes. But you get the idea, like, once you get it to max rank, it's basically the same fucking hero, except now you're gonna be able to do shit from even further away than you could before. You're gonna be even harder to kill. Like, yes, it is slightly a nerf, but it's not gonna matter. That hero is still probably one of the best heroes in the game. Alright. Spears also burn enemies for 1% of their max health each second. Cost 4% of max health instead of 4% of current health. Oh my. You're gonna kick the shit out of yourself with that, but you're also gonna kick the shit out of them. Huskar buff? It kind of depends. In the situations where you're not scared of getting CC'd or bursted, this is a very good facet. It, yeah, you're gonna deal way more damage, but you're also gonna eat shit. 4% of your max HP per swing with how fast this hero swings, you are going to kick the ever-loving shit out of yourself. Like, this is a very dangerous facet. It's high damage. It's very high damage. You can kill yourself through your own regen? Yeah, early mid-game you definitely can. Later on, I'm not sure. I have to test it, but you can absolutely just murder yourself with that. Okay. 150 healing word radius replaced with 4% duelist damage. Okay, so that's just 4% extra damage. Crit. Yeah, crit multiplier replaced with minus 10 healing word cooldown. Fatal victory increase from 30 to 40. Minus 20 off healing word replaced with 1 healing word heal. Okay. So wait, is it? So now it's at level 10 you deal 14% more damage to everyone facing you, I think. Admiral's Rum. Where's Hamtaro, bro? He's logging in. New passive or new innate ability. Taking damage from a hero, building, or Roshan that would reduce Kunkka's health below 65% automatically triggers Admiral's Rum over 10 seconds, providing 10 MS, delaying 20% of the damage taken. Damage delayed is dealt evenly over 10 seconds once the buff ends. Stacks additively with other sources of Admiral's Rum. You're fucking immortal, bro. Just boat yourself. Yeah, the DP is going to be crazy. Alright, here's my big winners so far. We're only at Kunkka. Enchantress is going to be fucking stupid. DP is going to be fucking stupid. Ember is probably going to be stupid. Hoodwink is still stupid. What else? Yeah, that's it so far. Alright, Torrent, radius increased, buffed. Tidebringer no longer an innate, that's fine. They didn't change any of the numbers, right? No, they didn't. Okay. Allied heroes touched by the ghost ship receive a stronger Admiral's Rum. Rum bonus speed 15%, damage delayed by 35%. Yeah, okay. Now upgrade with Aghanim's Scepter causes or creates a fleet of 2 ships at the target point on a 2.5 second interval. Each ship also fires 3 waves of 4 cannonballs from the port and starboard side that deal 40% of the ghost ship's damage as they pass their enemies. Each unit can only be hit by 1 cannonball per volley. Cannonball projectile radius 100. Okay, I gotta see what this fucking shit even is. Of course, there's no demo button there.
I step ashore.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
I step ashore. A new course. Ah, Scepter. Prepare for battle. Collision course. Well, that was a failed course. I go.
Port is left, starboard is right. That's fucking funny though. Hold on. Okay. I gotta click this.
Set my jib. Ramming speed. Now that was a failed boat.
That's fucking clowny. Kunkka might be okay though. Looks like a lot of damage. Okay, so here's the issue with the item. What is the likelihood that the person is going to get hit by every single one of those things and the actual boat, right? Like, it's going to apply damage more consistently in the fight. Like, it's going to do something. But, like, the area denial that the old Aghanims had was what made the hero so strong, right? So, like, this Aghanims is probably just straight up worse than the old one. But now you have this Rum shit, which kind of seems pretty good. I don't know. It's hard to say. This hero might be playable. See what happens. You can only get hit once. You can get hit by 1 cannonball per volley, which means you can get hit 3 times by the volley, and theoretically also the boat, but you would basically have to walk with it for that to happen or get moved, right? What it was stating is that you can't be shotgunned. Which means if you're standing in between two cannonballs and they do this, you're only going to get hit by one. It won't shotgun you. Alright. 100 spell AoE. Outfight them. Attacking an enemy hero that has a higher level than Legion Commander increases her HP regeneration, lifesteal, and incoming heals by 50% for 4 seconds. Always applies when attacking a hero that is at max level. I mean... Okay, so there's this whole, like, philosophy of picking a facet or an innate. I mean, this one you're gonna have no matter what. But, like... I mean, I guess it is technically just a buff, but... It's like a comeback mechanic. Yeah, it's just so odd. It does mean, though, that... Okay. So here's what it does mean, for sure. It means that when you're in a side lane, like your offlane LC or whatever, and the mid player on the enemy team is owning, you'll be better against that guy when you want to duel him, because it'll be easier to keep you alive in your duel, and your moment of courage will heal you for more, right? Like, that's cool. But your level 1 is shittier, so we'll see. It's probably just like a buff overall. There will be situations where it doesn't help you, but, you know, in the mid game, the old innate didn't help you either, because you just already had that shit anyway. Alright, total damage unchanged. Oh, so it's like even more bursty, right? Alright, renamed from Corpse Eater to Rage. No longer gains permanent HP when killing a creep or hero. Move to Feast Innate. In addition, Lifestealer gains permanent max HP when he kills a creeper unit. Max HP per kill, 1. Max HP per hero, 15. Get at someone higher level than duel someone else in 4 seconds? Yeah. I mean, you could. It's not impossible, but it does add like a layer of annoyance, right? The other thing, too, is... I think in a lot of games, depending on your comp, you're going to want to duel the higher level hero anyway. Because your own moment of courage is going to heal you for 120 something percent instead of 85, so you're going to heal for a lot. Went from 5 to 15 for heroes, pretty big. I mean, the thing about this... Hold on, let me look at his facets. Wait. I'm stupid. So now you just have to take this to get Rage, or you can take Unfettered. So functionally, it's like the same. You just get a little bit more health from killing a hero. I don't know. Is it better? Yeah, of course it's better. It's just literally objectively better. But this hero probably is still ass. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Every 150 damage that Lena does to an enemy hero causes them to overheat, dealing 40 damage to their allies in a 400 radius. Deals 10 damage if the target is an illusion. Dealing over 150 damage can cause this effect to trigger multiple times. She gonna go burr. Alright, so they remove that as an innate. You don't understand what the point of combustion is? Okay, so if you, let's say you Laguna somebody, right? You do like your whole combo. You land your LSA, you hit your fucking Dragon Slave, you Laguna them. You're gonna deal like another 200 or 300 AoE damage to everyone who's in a 400 radius of that guy. Right. Actually, it's probably more. Let's look at her full combo damage. All right, so it's 150 per thing. So if it's like... So max rank is 900, so that's 4 stacks, which means 200 additional damage to everyone in the AoE, right? And this is 260 plus this 325. So that's wait, is my math bad here? No, it's more. It's 6 stacks on this, not 4. Yeah, so it's 6. So 240, right? or 280, whatever it is, and then yeah, it's like 400-ish more damage. Yeah, bad math. It works on attacks too? Oh, does it? I thought it was just spells. Oh, it's just every 150 damage. Okay, yeah, so while you're hitting them, it's going to be even more. But does it hit the primary target or just the people around her? Or around that target? Because it says on the tooltip that it's just allies. I'm assuming it's not also the primary target. Either way, this hero is going to absolutely just poop damage. It's going to be crazy. You're also going to be a lot better against any sort of zoo comp or illusion heroes. You're going to just dumpster them, which is good. I guess if you're hitting the primary target, it probably doesn't trigger off of illusions because they don't count as actual heroes. But if you find the real one, you're going to blast them. Ice Frog is drunk. I mean, Lena was kind of a mediocre hero, so I'm fine with him buffing her. I think this is kind of like one of the more interesting / cool ones. Yeah. I think it's good. I mean, it's obviously good, but... you guys also have to remember that there are going to be situations where this shit just won't matter, right? Like, you're not always going to be hitting people in a 400 radius of the person that you're targeting. There's going to be games where you're against, like, 0 melee heroes, so it's just never going to work. Like, on paper, the numbers are very high, and in the situations where it's going to be strong, it's going to be nice, but you're not always going to get this. Enemy has no remaining mana. The slow from the mana drain is increased by 15%. Wait, Lone Druid changes, boys. We're in. Hold on. Now increases the attack speed distance threshold. Oh, attack distance threshold between Lone Druid and Spirit Bear by 500. That's kind of cool. Bear necessities, new facet. Lone Druid can only use 3 slots of his inventory, but he gets 80% bonus passive stats from them. Scales with true form. Bonuses apply to the following stats: strength, agility, intelligence, health, mana, evasion, attack speed, and bonus damage, health, and mana regen. So wait a minute. Let me demo this really quick. So, stat bonus 50%. I think you probably take the other one. So ordinarily, this would just give me... How much do I get? 560? 229 HP per bracer? What the fuck? Also, this UI looks so bad. Holy shit. Yeah, armor isn't multiplied. So that almost gives me 300 health. One bracer almost gives me 300 HP. That's funny. Alright, Become the bear. What would you actually buy though? Wait, let me read what it does again. So it works on evasion, health, and mana. Attack speed and bonus. I mean, you're probably only gonna build tanky items if you do this. You're not gonna like build damage. You just want cost-efficient tanky items, right? Like Shroud would be insane. Dude, it literally gives you fucking 800 HP. It literally gives you 800 health. That's fucking wild. How much evasion do I get from this? 53% evasion from Butterfly. Wait, how much health do we get from Heart? 1500! That's funny. Deck with True Form? Well, it scales with True Form passively. Like, you're still only gonna get, Right, it doesn't go up anymore, right? Oh, it still does. Why does it not show the health number? Oh, the tooltip's just broken. It doesn't display the increased health values from hitting True Form. Yeah, but we had max True Form, so Like, this stat bonus percentage is not predicated upon having the ability active. You just get it for having the ability at a higher level. Interesting. Actually, hold on. Can I... I just want to reload from level 1. I just want to see something really quick. Oh, fuck, I'm still level 25. Alright, I can't reset it. Okay, he's just still staying level 18. Fuck it, I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. The thing that I wanted to test was like level 1 builds where you put more items on the hero, but I'm not sure you would ever do that. Actually, I do want to see. I actually want to know. Alright, so if you were to do like a double Wraithband thing, so it's 9 damage, 9 damage, 2 armor, and 66 health for Wraithband. That's actually so fucking much. You could probably justify buying 2 Wraiths. So you go from 40 and 3 to 59, 8. So you basically double your armor. You gain 19 damage. So it's 19 damage. Oh god, I gotta fucking write it down or I'm gonna forget. Alright, so 560, 692. So 132 life, 19 damage, and however much fucking attack speed. It'd be 50% more, so 15 attack speed for 1,000 gold. That is insane. Would you buy treads though is the question. Like, how far would you go on it? I don't know. It seems like you probably wouldn't buy treads. Wow, tread swapping gives me 220 health. I mean, I guess you could buy treads, but like... Wait, hold on, just for fun. Holy shit, I'm so fucking thick. Dude, that is a crazy amount of health. 890 to 1370. Oh my god, dude. You don't gain any damage, though. Yeah, I could see Wraithbands being a thing. Honestly, okay, this is what I'm thinking. If you did go double or trip Wraithbands and just put all the stuff on the hero and just gave the bear an Uv, would that actually be good? I don't know. That's the thing, is like, I don't know because the bear is so fucking weak at low level now. Lone Druid can re-roll his neutral token once per tier. Wow, crazy. Spirit Bear can no longer equip its own neutral items, now copies and shares a cooldown with Lone Druid's currently equipped neutral item. That's a buff. Sort of. Is it a buff? Okay, so it's a buff and a nerf. You can't use Philostone anymore, which you would have put on your hero and then had the bear with its own independent item. But if you just want to be thick, I don't know. I think it actually is better. I also really want to try this Bare Necessities thing now. Well, we'll give it a try. Alright, Celemene's favor ability removed. Rename from Lunar Orbit to Moon Shield. Wow. Grants 1 attack damage per level to Luna and allied heroes, and 400 bonus night vision plus 20 per level to Luna only. Wait, plus 20 per level? That means she's gonna have 900 bonus night vision at fucking 25, right? That's a fucking lot. Lunar Orbit, new basic ability. Creates 4 glaives that rotate in 250 radius around Luna. Any enemy units that collides with the glaive take a percentage of Luna's attack damage. Collision radius 150. Collision damage 35%. Duration 8 seconds. Okay. Now upgraded with Aghanim Shard. Increases collision damage by 15% and Glaze rotate 50% faster. Okay. Dude, Luna's gonna kind of be a monster, I think. That hero's gonna farm so fucking fast. Increases the max level of Summon Wolves by 2, but decreases the max level of Howl and Feral Impulse by 1. Damage and health scale linearly for the 5th and 6th levels. Starting at level 5, Wolves gain Hamstring, an attack modifier that applies a 0.5 second root on the next 4 attacks from units under Lycan's control and deal an additional 50 physical damage. Starting at level 6, Wolves gain Hightail. When activated, Wolves get a burst of energy, gaining hasted and phased movement, 100% evasion and 20 attack speed for 8 seconds. Oh. This sounds bullshit. Wolves summoned with Aghanim Shard are improved when leveling summon wolves past level 4. Dude, Lycan's gonna be so fucking toxic. Dude, I don't want to play against Lycan. I don't want to play against this, bro. Reverse Polarity. Renamed from Run Through to Reverse Polarity. No longer deals additional damage while skewering enemies into trees or cliffs. Okay. Now deals additional damage when skewering enemies into trees or cliffs. Okay. Nobody cares. Everyone hates Mag. Bodyguard. Health gain from lifesteal now also heals a bodyguarded ally. Bonus armor increased. Okay. I mean, that's a good change, but Marcy was already pretty decent, I think. Venomous Volley. Medusa applies a poison to every 5th attack, slowing enemies' movement speed by 35% and attack speed by 80 and cast speed by 50 for 1.5 seconds. The poison attack counts as an attack modifier for the purposes of split shot. That's fucking annoying. Support Medusa back. Offlane Medusa back. Fuck off. Mana Shield no longer a level ability. Now it's a base 2.4 damage per mana and then gains 0.1 damage per mana per hero level. What was the old Mana Shield value at level 1? Anyone know off the top of their head? I don't remember. Mystic Stake no longer slows movement speed or turn rate. Let's see. Gorgon's Gwasp. Ooh. Medusa fires a volley of arrows into the sky that land in 3 groups in a line, with each grouping larger than the previous. Enemies struck by a grouping of arrows take 150 physical damage and are rooted, can't turn, and take 100 physical damage per second for 2 seconds. Initial radius. Wait. Does this hero just have 2 nukes now? So this hero just has 2 nukes. I want to see what this does.
Prepare for battle.
Hold on. How does the targeting work? Like, what am I... Okay, I'm targeting the middle circle no matter where I go. Right? Okay, so I'm always targeting the middle one, which means you can actually shoot it behind you, which is pretty funny. Is there an overlap here? There is an overlap. Okay. So when you target it, you want things in the overlap, because I'm pretty sure it hits twice. Right, so if I click here, like right behind it. Yeah. Okay. It hits 2 times if you overlap it correctly. Alright, what's the far range one then? So it's either a tiny bit in front of or a tiny bit behind the cursor is where you want to target. So like if I wanted to double hit this, I'd target like right behind it. And it hits twice. Or if I wanted to hit that one twice, I would just target between the waves. Yeah, it seems like the overlapping circle is where you want to hit. This hero is going to do a lot of fucking damage. This ability also only costs 40 fucking mana at level 1. Like nothing. It's going to be hard to hit in lane, though. You're pretty much only going to be using it to hit creeps. So wait, if you're just standing here and you target like this, what happens? Okay, so you pretty much hit the whole wave. 2, 2.4, 2.8, 3.2, 3.6.
More
Okay.
months than hair.
So here's the problem with Medusa support. I'll tell you right now. It is going to be so hard to keep wave control with this character. Because, like, if you want to use these spells, they cannot be on the wave. Like, if you do it on the wave, you're just going to fucking delete it. You know? You probably are going to max Snake no matter what. I could honestly see this hero being mid, though. Like, mid Medusa is probably going to be fucking toxic as fuck. Okay, so it's 2.4. And you get 0.1 per level. So your end game mana shield is going to be way stronger than it was before. Right? Because like at 25, you gain 2.5 extra, which puts it at 4.9. Right? 4.9 versus 3.6. That's like another 30 or 40% effective HP. I don't know. I think this hero could be mid, honestly. The issue that I have with the E is that it's really slow. It's really, really slow, but it does do a lot of damage. If you hit them with it, and they take the full damage, it's a 350 damage nuke, which is not insignificant. They also can't turn. Like another snake is 270. Bloodstone Lens? I'm not buying Bloodstone and Lens, shut up. Also, you fucking destroy the wave. I have no items in my inventory, and that was just 2 level 2 nukes and the wave is dead. And it's only 160 mana. Yeah, I think this hero has potential. The items proc or E? No, it's just a... I don't think there's no attack modifiers on this. It's just a new skill. Holy shit, Mirana buffs! Login. 3 extra base damage, guys. We're in. Wait, is this the one that also makes it so you have the lingering ring? Wait, are they buffing Monkey King? Now goes on cooldown when taking any damage. Okay, that's a pretty big nerf. Fuck Monkey King, honestly. Ofrenda. Now scales appears to Veil. Increases Marta's attack speed by 45 when she is within 450 range. Okay. No longer destroyed grows an additional cooldown when Marta spawns. Okay. Yeah, the tree dance chain is really rough. Jump speed down, any damage puts it on CD, which is honestly how it should have fucking been the whole time, let's be real. Yeah. Deluge also caps enemies' max movement speed to 225. Duration reduced to 3 seconds. Status res reduction increased from 20 to 35%. I mean, that's a fucking significant slow. Support Naga's back. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Nature's Call now also increases treant vision. Daytime vision from 500 to 1200. Nighttime vision from 500 to 800. Now requires a single target tree to be selected to cast. Treant movement speed increase from 300 to 350. How strong is this thing now? 350 is fucking schmoothin'. The problem with having a unit spawn is that at low level... Holy shit, this thing looks like a Chad. Look at him! At low level, when the big tree is spawned, if it doesn't do enough, or if it doesn't have enough movement speed, you can't really use it to do anything, right? Like, it was just too slow. Oh, I don't have this thing fucking bound. It's like your fucking lone druid, basically. Still doesn't have any armor, though.
Nature calls.
Wait, what's the duration?
By my shaggy bar. Come to me.
So it's 50 seconds. So it's 100% uptime.
In sylvan shade.
Yeah, I could very easily see the Zero winning mid against a lot of shit right now. I mean, you're just getting an additional 30 damage, right?
The wild is calling.
Yeah. Honestly, could see a resurgence of some support profit too. Wrath of Nature now hits all visible targets. Does not increase damage past the 16th bounce. Wait. What? It's no longer target capped? Aghanim Scepter min-max damage entangle. Wait, okay. Someone's got to explain. Does this mean it's not capped anymore? Is it... That can't be what that means, right? I'm playing Furion every game. Furion's up. Let's go. Yeah, I know about this. I realized that when I read it. Alright, Manowar no longer scales Vendetta, no longer has damage threshold, now only triggers from Nyx's ability damage. Percentage of current mana burn rescaled to 15. Okay. Now also reveals enemy heroes in Fog of War. Radius reduced. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if they're all the same as the 16th bounce because the 16th bounce still hits hard as fuck. You're gonna kill everything. You're literally going to fucking print dollarinos. It doesn't need to continually scale past 16. The fact that it hits more, keeping that stack is going to be nuts. It also means, like, okay, so when you play Prophet, naturally what you want to do is you want to target your ulti on, like, the other side of the map from the heroes that you want to kill. But sometimes there's so much shit on the map, like during the mid and the late game, that your ulti doesn't actually hit the fight and you have to target in a different spot to make sure that it hits, but you might lose damage. Now, no matter where you're fucking targeting, as long as it's away from the heroes, you're gonna get max damage every time, and you're never gonna miss. I mean, you're not gonna put your words down any differently. It's gonna be the same shit. And then it applies break for 4 seconds. Okay, none of this other shit matters. Don't care. Mana regen. They nerfed Ogre? Where's CMG? He's pissed. Well, this Omni Shard is actually good. After a 3-second delay, the target is purified again with 75% effect. That's good. That's like, what, 225 extra healing after 3 seconds? Repel now provides 60% magic resistance. Cooldown is reduced. No, increased, sorry, by 10 seconds. Aghanim Shard upgrade removed. Has been properly converted to an attack modifier. Yep. No longer spell stealable, no longer procs magic stick. These are all really big omnibus, by the way. Like, this not giving stick charges, the shard on this purification thing. You can't Lincoln's or fucking Lotus Orb Hammer of Purity anymore. And I got mana cost reduction. Holy shit, it's like a what? Dude, Omni is fucking pumping, bro. I'm playing Omni and Furion. This hero, okay, it lost a little bit of damage, but that's okay. The thing you have to remember is you can use it 2.5 times as often. Also, did they change the talents? They had to, right? Change from unit target ability to point target ability. Now apply as Guardian Angel to all allies within a 400 radius. No longer has 2 charges. Cast range down to 600. So it's like closer to old GA, but ground targeted instead. Longer CD though. Aghanim Scepter upgrade reworked. Now provides global cast range, increased radius, and allows it to affect buildings. Yeah, okay. Also amplifies health regeneration and incoming heals by 100%. Offlane, Omni. Actually, honestly, any role Omni is going to be pumping this patch. Base damage increased from 50 to 35. -2 purification to 1 Guardian Angel duration. -20-second Guardian Angel CD. Okay. I mean, his new ult is just like old ulti, except you don't have to put yourself in harm's way necessarily if you don't want to. Tango nerfs. Well, level 1 Tango nerf. Or level 1 ulti nerf, but level 3 buff. Okay. Now distress projectiles. Why are they buffing PA? PA was already getting played. Fuck. Items that grant bonus damage instead of base damage. Wait. Items that grant bonus damage instead grant base damage for 65% of the original damage amount. I mean, that's good. That does bust your illusions a shit ton, right? It does open up the possibility of buying other items that you wouldn't ordinarily buy on PL. Like, actually, I'm curious about something really quick. Hold on. I think this is how it works, but like, what if you just like, what if you did this? So how much damage do they get? 101? I'm not sure if you would ever do this. Like, you would probably still want Ags. But you could theoretically buy Daedalus now, and it wouldn't be a terrible choice. And they just... Oh, they actually, like, pretty heavily nerfed Juxtapose illusion damage. A bit like CK almost. Okay, well, here's the thing about PO. They nerfed Bloodthorn, right? So Bloodthorn is, like, way worse. So now PL theoretically needs a new damage item in the place of that, but you also kind of need mana, too, if you're going to go Ags. I don't know. We could see, like, a new type of build order on this hero, depending on how well received, like, this change actually is. We'll see. Mage Slayer? Well, Mage Slayer only ever gave base stats, so... If you were going to buy Mage Slayer, you would have bought it anyway before. It doesn't really change anything. I mean, your 25 is actually kind of nutty. So you gain 80% of the damage from bonus damage, and you also could just buy your own crit. Which makes Daedalus pretty good. I mean, there's some potential here. I have to think about it more, but you could see some stuff, probably. The DP patch? You mean it's a Furion Omni patch and a Lycan patch? It's also a DP patch. And an Ember patch, so far. DP looks way more broken? Yeah, I agree that DP looks really strong. I'm just saying there's also other stuff that looks strong, too. No, I'm not going to play Lycan. I'm just going to ban it. Self-move, bonus speed up. And that provides 20% AoE increase for all items and all abilities per hit. That's kind of cool, I guess. No, they nerfed Uproar. Now shows a preview of the orb trajectory. Maybe people will try this shit now. That's funny. Now also gains spell amplification per destroyed allied tower. CMD is logging in. Lose all your outer tier towers, gain spell amp. Let's fucking go. Do another word health instead of... Wow, you lost 200 HP at level 10, huh? I guess if you're... I don't know if people even buy... See, this is a thing, right? Like, I keep thinking about the Bracer changes, and I'm going, would you actually buy Bracers? And then I go, well, you'd probably just buy Vessel. Because Vessel just gives you 1 billion health now. On all these heroes that, like, wouldn't want to buy Bracers. I mean, technically, you're tankier, right? If you were buying that item, you'd be tankier. Like, once you get to 15 or whatever. A believer in the Bristleback meta? I think with the heroes that are going to be good right now, it feels like they're buffing a lot of heals and stuff. They're making heroes even tankier. Like it's gonna be a fat boy meta probably. Like DP is technically a fat boy because of Renew Innate. Bristleback's a fat boy. He's pretty good. I could see it being a chonker meta. Bondage return damage increased to 15, so that's a nerf. 35 attack speed against Shadowstruck units, plus 30 damage at 15. I mean, Queen was like alright-ish. Oh no, this is a buff. I thought that was the masochism thing. I got this confused with masochism. This is the innate. Yeah, this is actually all just buffs. Yeah. Okay. No one cares about Razor. Oh, he got his strength talent back. That's actually pretty huge. This is a really big talent. This hero still just doesn't do any damage. I don't know. Ricky still needs more. Like his damage output is just lower than it was before. Okay. Area of effect increased. Oh, they're buffing the other facet because everyone's just taking the Invis one now. It's like another 400 or 500 damage CMG. Not including auto attack damage, obviously. Plus auto attacks is probably even more. Max health rescaled. Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Oh shit, they just removed it. Let's go. Stinger not procs, magic stick. Okay, that's a really big nerf. Alright, Epicenter now upgraded with Ags. Every 0.5 seconds, 3 Stinger attack areas are created at random locations. Each one measuring 15% of the Epicenter's current radius that apply 50% of Stinger damage to enemies hit. One enemy can only get hit by 1 Stinger per pulse. That's just gonna shit out damage, right? Like, that just seems like so much damage. Every 0.5 seconds. If you get unlucky and get hit by a bunch of those, yeah, I know, Naga support seems strong. Honestly, a lot of stuff seems strong. I'm happy with that. I read a lot of stuff and I was like, oh, that seems OP. I'd much rather have that reaction than like a lot of boring shit. Can I demo it? Yeah, I guess. I wonder if you can see the stingers or if you can't. Oh, you can see them, yeah. It wouldn't actually make SK good. SK was and has been good for a while. You just don't play the game. This hero is getting picked like literally every game. I think the potential damage increase that you get from this is super high. He was okay at best. No, he was literally being spam picked by top 10 players and winning like every single game. He was very good. People were playing in mid, people were playing in fucking off lane, like hero is fucking popping. They'd actually nerfed this hero 2 times. Or 3 times. I can't remember. In the last few patches. 150 burst rate cast range too. I mean, he's basically just gonna be more like old SK, except your laning phase is gonna be really good. And you're gonna have a much better like mid late game, and your damage is gonna be higher. I mean, you don't have to believe it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you. Now also improves Necromastery. Okay. Hero kills no longer increase max 1 souls by default. Oh, that's an SF nerf. No one's gonna take Lasting Presence still. They're all still gonna take Shadowmire. Especially since Shadowmire didn't get nerfed. Oh, that width decrease might make it so that if you're at the edge of Ag's Requiem, you don't get hit twice. It could actually mean that. Let's test just to be sure. I think this means that if you're like max range. Oh, I need to get souls.
Rest is for the dead.
Is there a way to like... there we go. Alright, so we're capped here. So if I'm like way out here... I guess it's actually about the same. Oh, it's because I have this...
The enemy's middle tower is full.
Maybe the lasting presence is giving me 2 extra. Yeah, I guess it ends up being more or less the same. If you have more souls, it makes it more likely to hit. But if you're at the basic like 20, it's probably not going to double hit at the very edge. Holy shit, they buffed fucking Massive Serpent Ward login. It's time. Aghanim Serpent Ward Shard Linger Duration. Holy shit, Hex breaks at 15. We're logged in. Permanent intelligence steal decreased from 2 to 1. Now steals intelligence if the dying unit was debuffed by Silencer, even if he was out of range. Holy shit, where's Derby? Derby's logging in. Glaives, mana cost buff. Damage per silence increased. They shot Silencer? How did they shoot him? This all just seems like good to me. You gained a much better level 1 Glaives of Wisdom. Your last word does 50% more damage at level 1. Like, the only thing that really changed was the insteal. And who gives a shit about that? Like, your actual laning phase is just better. That Glaives is good? Well, I don't know. I'm just saying it's better than it was. Needed a bigger buff? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Barrier decrease. 10% ruin and restoration spell life still replaced with 15% conch shot slow. Seems odd. Aghanim after puddle duration decreased. Puddle radius decreased. It's like, see, these changes I don't understand. Who is even playing Slardar right now? Why is Zero getting nerfed? Nobody's playing him. They could have just omitted this entire thing and it would be fine. Holy shit, 3 base damage on Slark. Let's fucking go. I mean, it is very well known that the previous patch, like, you know, 7.36 was one of the worst safe lane patches ever. It might actually just be literally the worst ever for safe laners. I don't even think it's arguable. Alright, some Snapfire nerfs. Didn't Mason grind a 15k from 0? Mason is like ranked 300 or 400 EU or something, I think, right now. Maybe a little bit higher. So he's just back to whatever his old MMR was. Bonus attack range increased. Holy crap. Peep, peep, peep. A lot of these numbers don't really mean anything. Lingering bonus movement speed is now determined by Spearbreaker's current bonus speed instead of always the max. Oh, I didn't even realize that's how it worked before. Now gradually ramps up to max speed, starting at 25% of the bonus speed. Okay, pretty heavy nerfs. How long does it take to get to max speed, though? 1.5, okay. It's going to be a lot harder to charge out of fights now. Like, this change is actually like a giga fucking omega nerf. Debuff now grants the next attack of the enemy is redirected onto themselves and triggers the Overlord charge. Holy shit! So you get Shock Collar, you Vortex the guy, he tries to hit you, he just hits himself. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to just charge in fights in general, away or further in. Overload damage. 0.2 EV. Dude, they've nerfed this fucking thing. Like, this used to be like 0.5, guys. Now it's 0.2. Bonus armor decreased. Aghanim Shard no longer passively grants allies movement speed bonus. Aghanim Shard now increases active movement speed bonus by additional 3. I mean, Sven carry is still fine. The Strength of the Gods facet or whatever it's called is still good. Each point of attack speed now also grants 1 projectile speed. The fuck? Attacking a target with meld also applies a damage bonus and debuff to enemies hit by the side blade spill. That's way too niche. No one's gonna fucking want to use that shit. Templar Assassin and her teammates can see Roshan's respawn timer. That's cringe. Means you get one-shot waves. I don't think people are gonna take that still, though. The other one's just too good. The refraction one? Refractory, whatever the fuck it's called. Wow, they fucking gutted the meld duration. Well, okay, her rushing is gonna be way worse. Her trap change is a big buff. I haven't gotten there yet. Sideblade's no longer an innate. Okay, that's just all a different scaling because of the innate change. Traps no longer provide vision inside Roshan's pit. Traps now always take 2 hits to kill by ranged attackers and 1 by melee and 4 by creeps. Yeah, that is nice, for sure. She is way worse at Rosh, though. You're not going to be able to, like, double or triple meld stack anymore and kill it super fast. But you do always know when it's going to be up. Which is, like, arguably better, I guess. Metamorphosis attack range increased. DB buffs login. Holy shit, Ravage is 10 seconds faster! That's like 4% CDR. Let's go. Nah, it's like 6%. Bonus duration increased to 1 second. Mana per trade destroyed increased. Okay. March the Machines. Heal per second increased. Holy shit. 45? Yo, Repair Bot Enjoyers login. Load up the 5 Tinker. It's happening. Buy a Holy Locket that takes it to like 60 something. Log the fuck in. Tinker Omni, yeah. Holy shit. Warflare now always teleports the enemy to the ability's current cast range plus 100 from Tinker's position when he threw the flare. Will not teleport units at over 2000 range from the desired position. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Alright, crash landing radius decreased, damage decreased. Toss no longer pierces magic resistance granted by debuff immunity. Wait, it did that? I didn't even know that. Toss bonus damage decreased by 100. God damn, this hero lost a lot of damage. Bro, he's dead again. Fuck. He's dead again, guys. Rest in piss. Aghanim Shard, total damage change from 200 to 100 plus 75% of Treant's base attack damage. Okay. No one wants to see any more Tiny? I mean, whatever, like... The thing that's odd about these patches is, like... When a hero does its job, like, the job that Tiny has always had is just to kill a guy. He was able to do that so that he gets nerfed, because he can do his job. You know? Like, a lot of heroes just suck because their design philosophy is like, kill that guy with your buttons. And if that guy is still standing when all your buttons are down, your hero's bad. Right? Which is why I also don't like health bloat, which we definitely got again this patch because of the bracer change and the vessel change. People are just going to have more HP. And guess who's going to have more HP than they had before? The support players, again. You're going to see like 2,500 health fucking support players now. I don't like that. Okay, so battle stance is just like a thing you have now. In a melee form. Okay, so they just moved it to Berserker Rage. 20% chance to maim his enemies, slowing their movement speed and attack speed by 32%. Wait, did they get rid of his root? Oh, it deals bonus physical damage. I don't want to play Huskar. Fuck that. So wait, he just doesn't root anymore, like at all. Oh no, it does. Okay, it still does. It just didn't say that on the thing. Oh, it does. I'm just fucking illiterate. Yeah, maim on range is nice. So the physical damage is only for the ranged with the maim? Yeah, okay. I mean, that's really good. Girl might be bussin'. Now we put an all cast to only pull test towards a target ally, okay. New ability scales of Fiend's Gate. After an allied hero teleports, they temporarily gain damage reduction and bonus movement speed. Bonuses are doubled when teleporting via Fiend's Gate. Wait, that's just any teleport. And then it's doubled if he goes to the gate. 20% fucking MS? That's 40% MS. Holy shit, that's actually insane. That is actually very strong. What does maim do? It just slows movement speed and attack speed. 32% at max rank. Troll is going to be incredibly powerful. For sure. That hero's gonna fuck. No longer provides a buff out of passing to the portal by default. Move to invading force and 8 ability. Yeah, that's fine. 10% movement and damage reduction in place of 5% invading force. Okay, so it actually goes up another 5. That means 50% MS and 30% DR if you go through the gate. There's a lot of heroes that have the potential to be good. I think Nature's Prophet is probably decent again. Omni is going to be decent again. Ember is just good. DP is probably broken. They killed Tiny. I'm probably forgetting one or two. Omni dog shit? He's not dog shit. You're crazy. I guarantee you that hero's good. I'm so certain that hero's good that if I'm wrong, I'll shave my head. Anything but that. Nah, I think he's actually good. Ceaseless Dirge can no longer be refreshed. Tombstone cooldown, 80 seconds. Flash Golem. Wait, why are they nerfing on dying? I'm so lost, bro. Nah, this doesn't matter. Base damage decreased? When attached to a carrier, ward health is now also increased by 2.5% of the carrier's max HP. Does that even matter? Maybe it does. New innate ability passive. Venomancer's attacks deal extra magical damage based on how many debuffs a target has. That was the Ags they had, right? Only counts debuffs from Venomancer and his Plague Words. Base damage per debuff 10%. Maybe upgraded debuff from 10 to 20%. Plague Words now also deals Septic Shock damage based on their attack damage. Okay. Pause 1 Veno buffs, yeah. Alright, what's the ultimate debuff build? So you get 2 Poison Stings, right? Then you get Orb of Venom. Then you get Vessel. Then you get Scotty. And Mage Slayer. So that's 6. So 60% extra base damage. And then you get the Ags, and it's 120%. Dude, you just have permanent DD. That's OP. Log in. Veno Core. Veno Core. Perma DD. How can they beat it? It's impossible. Chivas counts as 2 from 1 item. Oh, are the actual debuffs independent for the slow and the spell damage amp? I never actually looked at that. Viper's attacks deal an additional instance of physical damage per missing health. Wait, that's just old Neurotoxin or whatever. Old Nether Toxin. 0.25 plus 0.05 of Viper's level. Only works on heroes. Well, Viper is back to being a lane smusher again. Actually, I don't know the exact scaling of that. I wonder if it says on the... Damage per missing health, 0. Let's go. Oh, it's per percent. Okay. So it's 0.25 plus 0.05 per missing percent. Wasn't Viper always a lane smusher? No. The current iteration of Viper doesn't really even do that well in lane. Like, yes, you have the Q orb or whatever, but they've nerfed poison attack a few times already, and the hero used to not have its current iteration of W, and you would just be able to hit people really fucking hard when they were missing HP. So it's just his old passive, plus the new W that he has, so like he's going to be much more lane-centric. Like, you're going to actually kill people because they're not going to expect you to do as much damage as you do. Like, overall, he's better. Like, this is just better than the other one. You're just gaining damage, so it's good. Soul Assumption gives 35 gold per soul charge. Up to... Wait, what? Soul Assumption kills give 35 gold, okay. 15% gold from creeps. Enemy heroes killed within 3 seconds of being affected by a Soul Assumption also give gold. I mean, Visage is just going to be good anyway. He was already good. Visage's ability cooldown durations are reduced as long as he's not taking damage. Grants a stack every 2 seconds that Visage does not take damage. Each stack grants 2% CDR with a max of 10 stacks. Stacks fade. Dude, he's just gonna fucking sit in the back, fucking Soul Assumption, Soul Assumption, Soul Assumption, Soul Assumption. I mean, he already does that, but it's just gonna be faster. Alright, Silent as the Grave. Got nerfed a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, Visage has been broken forever. It's just there's not a lot of Visage players. Symmetry is removed because no one took it. New facet. Upon exiting Dissimulate, Aether Remnants are created at the 3 portals furthest from Void Spirit that last 4 seconds. No effect if reassembling from the center portal. Wait. Remnants are created at the 3 portals furthest from Void Spirit. Okay. Remnants face towards the center portal and have reduced pull duration and damage. 60% damage effectiveness. Aether Remnant watch distance endpoint is always fixed, meaning that increased watch distance will spawn the remnants further away from the center of the portal. I have to see it. It seems bad. I don't know. It seems bad to me. I'm just gonna... I think Sanctuary is still the one you just always take. I legitimately... So it's gonna spawn up here.
Moving without traveling. Forward.
I do not hesitate. Ample time here.
Good neighbor.
The order choose this way. It doesn't choose me.
I don't know, it seems clowny.
No longer hidden.
It's also like, since they're all facing the same direction, it literally only hits this box, right? It's just bad, yeah. This thing is fucking bad, guys. Don't take it. Just take Sanctuary. Sanctuary got buffed. This thing sucks. Just take Sanctuary. Nah, it's too hard to utilize. That's the problem. Because it spawns... Okay, honestly, it would be better if it just spawned on where you went, right? It would just be way better if it spawned on the circle that you went to. As opposed to the opposite one, right? That's what it should do. It should just be the opposite of what this does. If it did that, then you could actually use it as another form of CC and bonus damage onto your combo to help kill heroes, which would actually be good. The current iteration is horrible because you're never dealing damage with your W when you use it this way, and it's only good when you're fucking fleeing. So if it just spawned on the circle that you click, it would be great. Well, maybe not great. It would be okay. But the current one is bad. This is horrible. Now grants physical damage barrier. Yeah, okay. I mean, Sanctuary just got buffed anyway, so... Tiny nerf too hard? Yeah, he is nerfed too hard. I agree. Back to Didge. Never another rock, man. Every time Weaver casts an ability, he gains 50 attack range for 7 seconds. This effect stacks independently. Seems pretty good. I only see that W used defensively. I mean, if you were able to hit an additional remnant on a guy, like think about this, right? How do you play on Void Spirit? You are in, you remnant, and then you dissimulate E. You could remnant and hit another remnant with your dissimulate after you came out to add to the CC chain and damage. That's why it would be good. How does it work with the extra ring? It just puts it even further away. It always spawns complete opposite side. So if you go to the outermost ring, it summons it on the outermost ring on the opposite side. Which makes it even worse. It actually makes it even worse to get that. It should literally just spawn on your head. Alright. No grants additional movement speed to Wind Ranger and nearby allies, okay. Duration increase from 8 to 9. AoE now equals Wind Ranger's attack range plus 150. Okay. Self-heal increase from 25. Oh, dude, they're buffing Voodoo Restoration. He's back. They just undid the other change. Let's go. Alright. Let's see. Increased. Now decreases respawn timer by Wraith duration. Okay. So they just fixed the nerf that they put in. This is just another reverse of a nerf. Aghanim Scepter no longer reduces respawn time. I mean, that's whatever. It's a small buff. I gotta pee and then we'll play. 1 sec. No, I'm not gonna play Lycan. Honestly, I'm probably gonna play Furion. Or Omni, holy cow. And of course, seems so cool. It's gonna be so bad. Go nuts, brother. Log in, ruin.